Hey guys, good afternoon everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome to our daily stock market insights with Miss JD. I feel good today. We're starting our review early this afternoon and hopefully I can record another one this evening with of course your comments and requests later on after I post this video. Um, in today's episode, I'd like to just really focus on the highly traded stocks this morning. And let me begin, of course, by inviting everyone. If this is the first time you're watching my video and you like this type of content, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you're always updated whenever I do review stocks in the Philippine market. Sometimes in the US market, I also do that. So, yeah, go ahead and hit the subscribe. Let's start with how the index fared today. Okay, you know what? With the candlestick that we have for today's performance of the index, this is for me a not so good candlestick. One, we're still slightly there in terms of our support area because we said in the previous videos that our support is still at the MA20 line. Okay. However, if we are to observe the slight bounces that happened throughout the week, last week, each time we make a bounce in our chart here, we create a lower high. So I'm not too confident. While it's true that still we're holding or the support area that we have at the 7,200 level is still there, I just don't feel confident. I'm now at a 50-50 range, given that we're creating some lower highs here. But let us see, of course. Let us see if there will be a comeback tomorrow with a green candlestick, and that negates everything that I am assuming right now. So critical area is still 7,200 level, which is our support area. And the reason why I'm saying that that is your support area is because, of course, when you look back, this used to be a resistance over here, and a resistance over here, and you had some consolidation that happened here, and a resistance here. So this key level is really a decision maker area, a decision making area at this point. But this does not influence the performance of your stock. We have to look at your stock as well before we can make actions on your trades, right? So let me first sort this as to the highly traded stocks. But I just want to also check out some of the comments here. Let's see if there are requests beforehand. Okay, so I also entered here very quickly Trinidad. Yeah, I do. I am very active in the US market. I created a video here, top 5 secrets of the popular investors. So what I did here in this video, coming from all my observations, I just created a compilation of my observations on how the popular investors are managing their trades and their investments in eToro. And depending on your risk appetite, you could also copy the best practices that they have. Oh, Luffy said, I love you, Miss JD. I love you too. Annabelle, yeah, now and Apple. Okay, so let me see if I will be able to cover that in my first video, but definitely today I am going to have another round, which is part 2. But for now, I'd like to really focus on the actions that happened on the trending stocks. This one I'd like to recognize. Rommel, thank you very much for sharing your insights about AR and TBGI. Okay, so he said similar to AR, TBGI foreign selling of value, 4.69 million is negligible to the total traded amount of 288 million. So we'll see. I know that's one of the highly traded stocks today, and a few others as well. Thank you. I'll definitely John, Arnell, Furley. I will be able to cover them later on today, but now I'd like to first focus our discussion on the highly traded stocks. Let me start with BSC. Okay, BSC. Of course, a good job for those people who managed to enter here at the early stages. So notice one key learning here, if in case you were not able to ride the wave here. One key learning, if you're using a Bollinger Band, and when a Bollinger Band starts to trigger either side, could be here, upper Bollinger Band or the lower Bollinger Band, chances are from a constricted Bollinger Band, and it starts doing that, there will be big actions coming right after that, because the momentum was suppressed here. And another key thing that you need to also observe while the stock is doing sideways, that's the equivalent effect, of course, when the stock is in a constricted Bollinger Band, technically is just doing sideways. Another key thing you need to observe is that while this stock is doing sideways, try to observe where the RSI at that point. If the RSI is above 60 while it is doing sideways, then the momentum is starting to pick up. So at this point, if you're a follower of PSE, you could have already entered here. And that's the strategy of a position trader. And see what happens after that big move. Although, what I mentioned yesterday, I said I was on the conservative side because people could be taking profit. And let's see if it could go back here. But it did not. Um, so we said it could go gap up and people will take profit. But well, the profit taking that happened today is just very minimal. From a big jump over here to the 2 peso level, it only did some um, small amounts of profit taking. So what we have here, could it still go higher? It could still go higher. Although if you have not entered at the early stages and you're new, I'd say let it be, let go. Try to look for other positions, other stocks that will have, of course, better position with good catalysts. This, for me, is something that day traders can trade. And if you want to try it out, of course, one reminder, of course, just see, be extra particular with the size that you are entering here. You could do test buys, and plus you have to watch the market as much as possible the entire day, because anything can happen at this point, right? People could be taking profit. Note that there wasn't any foreign buying here, so it was just purely local investors that invested in today's market performance, right? In fact, the foreign investors already took profit ahead of time, and what's this? So that's a zero. Okay, so your call, but you have to understand why the stock is moving to the direction where it is moving right now, right? AR, same story here, although what did AR foreign selling valued 3.7, but the traded amount is 604 million. So one good thing here is that the message of Rommel here actually um, ignites something good in my mind right now. The story here is that looks like local investors are starting to increase in the Philippine market. So that's a good one. Unlike before, we're so dependent with the foreign investors that whatever they do, they dictate the performance of the market. And at this point, even if they exited, we still managed to push the price even higher, right? Although the market cap of the stock is 1.5 billion, so that means it's easy to, push. So same. My outlook here is that try to haggle for, number one, check first what is really influencing the big move here. Now, if you believe, so the good source would be the news section here. At the same time, PSE edge. So what is the catalyst of this stock? Why is it moving higher? Now, if you are a believer of those news, then go ahead. This could just be the beginning, but for me, uh, haggle for some fluctuations and then enter at that point, because 49% increase in a day, anything can happen tomorrow, right? So maybe you can do intraday, I mean faster time frame. But so far, volume is still present. Volume is still present, but no foreign buying. So that's for AR. APL is currently trying to establish a resistance at the area where it is at right now. So for those people who are trading the stock, just know that there could be some slight fluctuation that will happen here. I'm thinking it could create something like this again. It'll rest first before it will take off once again. Overall, because we already did a breakout at this point, I'm thinking if it will dip, because personally, and this is just me, I have a different profile as yours. I'm thinking it is just going to be a temporary retracement, probably create a stabilization around the 0.28 before it takes off again, right? What's good here is that you had foreign buying last Friday and they did not exit yet, right? They did not exit yet. So it could just stabilize here and push the price even more. So that is APL. I'm currently looking at 0.28 as our nearest support. Dito had a red, but still holding at the area where you have the support. Actually, I'm looking at the 11. If it is just this is far-fetched. 11 would be far-fetched for me, but I think the area where it is at right now is currently creating some stabilization there. And for those people who want to add more volume, then this could be your opportunity. No foreign buying at the moment, right? But they are not selling, so that's also good. I'm thinking this could create a stronger support at the area where we plotted it at the moment, and then it will continue to move up. I am mid to long term for Dito. So still holding onto my position, currently at 85% gain from my average. So we're still just looking for that sweet spot where I can add some more. I don't know if the market will give me a chance at the 11 peso level, but that's just me. Okay. For TBGI, this is also what I mentioned in my video yesterday. I didn't see any big catalyst here, and your foreign selling already took profit. So there was indeed a gap up, and then pushed the price even higher, and then profit taking by end of day. So I feel that the next action here could be just really to go back to where the true market value of the stock would be, which is around the 0.40 area. Could be slightly higher or lower, guys. So just take note of that. Very near the MA20 line. So that is our outlook. You have the resistance here. There you go. So just be extra careful. If you're already profitable, I suggest take profit for TBGI because the next move could be more profit taking that will happen. Merrimart, we had a gap up and it is just filling the gap. I know the reason why it did a gap up is because of the venture into the wholesale sector, right? Competing with Landers and SNR. That was the catalyst of the day. And it's just filling the gap. But overall, this is just the chart. But look ahead. Look at the potential of the stock, where it could be heading, given that there are already some variations to their offerings, correct? They're actively expanding, building different branches throughout the country. So overall, same with ACEN, APL. I'm also in Merrimart, and we have a good average here. Now we're showing green. I already took profit here, 792 before, and when it dropped, I entered right here, and then it's giving us some more gains at the moment. And hopefully it breaks, okay? Yeah, hopefully it breaks the resistance area, and we're plotting it here at the moment. It's just creating that, given that we ended red today. No, not red. Still green because it's a gap up, but technically it's red because we started high and then we ended low. Still, there's a slight gap in between. So maybe it could just fill that gap and continue to push the price higher. So I suggest if you already have a good base here, then you can add more volume. But overall, my outlook here, it could just be, um, yeah, maybe range trading in the next few days. This is your support. This is your resistance. 7.04 is your support. Okay, so I'd buy some more if it drops at the 7.04. Next one would be PHA. PHA, be extra careful. This is the third day where we see some slowing down in the candlestick. So as we reach the top, the body of the candlestick starting to become smaller and smaller. And this one over here is we ended the red. So just be extra careful. We could have some profit taking in the coming days, and let us see if it'll drop at 199 to bounce, or if it will fill this gap, then we could probably drop. The most would be around the MA20 level. So that is our outlook overall. Between this stock breaking the resistance and it retracing, I'd go for, not that I'm wishing it, but the signs are already telling me that it could drop and retrace in the coming days. So take advantage of those. If you're a believer of the stock and you have a good base, that's the time you add more volume. Not at this point, because it is already triggering some possible shift in direction, which is heading down. The next one is ABBA. Interesting. All of a sudden, ABBA pushed the price higher with 2.8 billion on market cap, pretty much same as AR, right? These stocks are easy to push. Okay, so if you are still interested in getting in, I'd say try to haggle first. Okay, it just filled this gap that we had before. So who knows? We could just be stabilizing within the area. Probably we do a gap up again, another by tomorrow, and then profit taking. So just be extra careful with that. The nearest resistance I see is 0.97, but definitely since we broke out of this level, if it goes back, then chances are we could just be stabilizing at 0.76. Good volume, okay, but no foreign buying. Just haggle between 0.76, guys. 0.76, which is your nearest support. ACEN, okay, ACEN. Trying to reject, but overall, I'm still bullish for ACEN. While we have this rejection at the MA20 line, one good news could just easily push that price higher. So try to create some, I don't know, this could be your new support, because you had your support here previously. So we could just be moving sideways first until such time we gain that volume, right? Then we could be pushing higher. So, well, today, just to share, I added more volume in ACEN. So hopefully that could trigger some more movements going up, because at this point it's no longer good. It actually dropped here, and then when it reached this level, there was a rejection, true, but today we sustained it. We did not even go lower. So let's find out. Hopefully our analysis would serve us right. Okay, I think that is it for our first part. I'll leave you guys to, I highly encourage for you to drop a comment so that my next set of video would already cover your request. So today's episode is just for the trending stocks. Later on tonight, we'll take on your requests In the meantime, thank you guys for watching. Some promotion or some plugging on the side. If you would like to trade the US market, I have a referral link for eToro. You can create an account. It's free, by the way. But if you want to start trading real money, then the minimum amount they will require you for your deposit would be $500. But if you're the beginner, create an account, then take advantage of the virtual money that they have in the portal. Try to familiarize yourself with the interface and how everything's done there. But I assure you, the portal is super friendly, user friendly. I think they have already 17 million users around the globe, so very reliable. At this point, see you guys later. I'll have another episode this evening. Thank you and bye bye for now.